What's up guys? I got a trade recap for you today. This one is based off of a rebid, which I just really learned about not too long ago. So there's rebids and reoffers, and basically, to put it simply, what you do is you look for areas where participants were very aggressive in the past, and you use those levels to see if they will rebid or reoffer where they previously did. So I'm just gonna walk you guys through a little bit on what I saw. All right, so this is what the trade looks like. It's a 10.4 risk to reward, which is stupid, but this is just because this was my final target. And I will explain to you guys what all these levels you see here are, because I know I don't usually have those. But I started marking out these areas where we see aggression in the recent past. So overnight, it's right here. And from yesterday, we have support after that FOMC right here, and then we have some initiating right here from buyers. And essentially what I do is I mark out points of where a move initiated, and if price returns back there, I'm looking to see if we will see a rebid or a reoffer at those prices. So these were my levels for today. So I walked in the session, I marked these out from overnight, and then this one from 2 days ago, or I guess overnight from the other day. So these levels above here were going to act as resistance, and then these levels below here are all basically support levels. So I'm going to walk you guys through these real quick, because I know there's a lot on the screen and it probably isn't all 100% correct, but this is what I based this trade off of today. So overnight pretty much sold off a little bit, and then during the pre-market session, see some buying get initiated. So right here, this is on the 1 minute, but if you go out to like the 15 minute, basically what I do is I'll just so obviously a reversal happened here. So I would just mark a big box right here. Obviously this is like a demand zone, some people would call it, mark a big box. And then I go down to the lower time frames and I find out where that move was initiated at, and those are the levels that I'm marking on these 1 minute. So this was a start of a trend, it seemed like, was initiated right here, and then you can see this would have been a spot right here, or this was news actually, and then this was data released right here. So since data released and this held, as soon as I see buyers reinitiate, this is now what I was watching, and it was 79 to 80 or whatever, 79 to 83. And then pre-market, we had some volume, which I saw, and that coincidentally happened, or maybe not coincidentally happened, at where these buyers initiated before that. So then I marked these guys out where this move started again, and I was basically just looking for reasons to get long today. That was my plan. And whenever price came into these pre-market buyers right here, you'll see a CVD divergence, and it basically just led me to take a long position. Then I had my risk right below where those buyers were in at. So I'm going to walk you guys through what that looked like on the Bookmap. And as far as my targets went, I knew I wanted to target a gap fill. I knew I wanted to target the gap fill for my final target. But as you can see, that was like 30 points away from this entry. So to hold all of my contracts for there would not be realistic. So what I did was I had these levels, and I took 2 off at this black line. I took 1 off here, and my final contract got stopped out at break even over here. And now I'm going to walk you guys through on the Bookmap what I saw that led me to take that entry. This is the session quickly, just to show you guys. This was significant price action right before the open. And then you will see it holds after we open up. These guys hold right here. So this right here is what I based my level off of today. So it seemed like these buyers came in a little bit late, but this was pretty much where they came in at 87.50 and 88.25. This seemed like this right here was the start of this whole move. So now what I was waiting for, I was waiting if price returned to these prices right here, what would happen on the volume, and if I could locate any context clues that might help me be able to take a trade. So I'll pause it whenever All right, so I paused it real quick. So I take a long entry at 8:43. In about 15 seconds, I'm about to enter long. So, all right, so what I was seeing was I saw price was returning to where these buyers were right here, yet the CVD was not dropping off. So I read this as these buyers were true, and if I could get a sign of more volume coming in, I wanted to enter long. All right, so this was the exact moment I entered. Price seems to be bouncing off where these buyers started the move at, and my stop loss was right below 87.75. So I probably could have put it right here, but that technically wouldn't have invalidated my thesis, as my thesis was based off of these buyers right here. So 87.75 was where my stop was, and you guys are going to see a lot of bids come in here, and they're just going to absolutely rip price upwards. So literally not even 30 seconds after I enter, I'm already up a few points, which is always a good sign. All right, so now I remember my first target. My first target was based on these orders up here, and you will see why I kind of folded by taking 2 off right here, because what you want to see at these big orders is you want to see large trades hitting the offer right here. And you also want to see bids coming in that are kind of like supporting price. So that's exactly what you're going to see right here. And if I remember correctly, the buying pressure that we see at this 6,100 level was very significant. So you can see all these bids here, and look at the tape over here. Look at how these are big numbers here, slamming the offer, and it continues through the level. So this is exactly what you want to see when there's a large order. And I took 2 off at 99.25 or something. Let me just check my executions. I took 2 off at 99.25. Yep. In hindsight, I should not have done that, because the buying pressure was so obvious as soon as we get up here that it would have been worth it to just hold on until I saw a sign of weakness, and then I could have taken 2 off. But in hindsight, everything's 2020. So next time, instead of just putting an order right below a level, I'm just gonna wait and see if we get the size that I want to see. Like right there, see all these bids right here? There's no sign of weakness at this very moment. So boom, I took 2 off right here at 99.25, and then I took 1 off right here. I don't think yet, but I take 1 off at 107.50 whenever I see signs of slowing. I think it was like right around here. So right around here is when I took some off, and then I left 1 more on for the gap fill, but that never came, and I get stopped out on that. So that was pretty much the entry, and obviously that worked out very quickly, right away in my favor, and it worked out. You saw the strength of the buying. That's exactly what you want to see. But I'm just going to show you guys. So I was holding the last one, and then watch what happens. Boom, look at that sweep. So then we had that little 1,400 lot order come in and just obliterate the book. Just obliterated the book, and it pretty much caused the reversal of the day. So yeah, that was this trade recap right here, based off the buyers I saw at around 86 to 88. If you guys like that, give this video a like and subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next one.